Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Andrea, and I'm on the marketing team at Reco. And thanks for joining us for today's demo on AI agent security. Let me paint the picture of what's likely happening in your environment right now. Your teams are using AI agents likely everywhere. ChatGPT for content, Claude for analysis, Salesforce Agentforce for automation, and countless AI agents embedded directly in the SaaS apps you already use. These aren't just tools sitting idle. They're acting autonomously, accessing sensitive data and executing actions across multiple systems without human oversight. And here's the critical problem. Security teams are completely blind. You don't know what AI agents are running. You don't know who has access to them, and you don't know what permissions they hold or which SaaS apps they're connected to. And what's really scary is while your organization might have hundreds of connected SaaS apps, you have thousands of connected AI agents. Unlike traditional SaaS plugins that wait for human commands, AI agents act autonomously. They make decisions, move data, and execute workflows all on their own. This makes the risks exponentially higher when they're exposed or misconfigured. Today, you'll see how Reco's AI agent security solves this. We provide complete visibility and control over every AI agent operating across your SaaS ecosystem. We inventory every AI agent, map their access and permissions, identify associated risks, and help you determine which should be sanctioned or blocked, all within the same unified platform you use to secure your entire SaaS environment. Joining me today are Gal Nakash, who is Reco's co-founder and CPO, and Liron Haim, who is one of our product managers at Reco. They'll walk you through exactly how this works. But first, I want to get a pulse on the room, and we're going to do a poll question. So, Gal, if you wouldn't mind launching the poll question. So the question is, what are your main concerns in regards to AI agents is what it should say. So is it excessive permissions, visibility, ownership, and sharing, shadow agent proliferation, or high-risk tool? So I'll give everyone a second to answer that. Give everyone a few more seconds. Okay, do you want to launch the results, Gal, so we can see everyone voted?
Yes. I can have more
You have more coming in?
responses.
Okay, more
Yeah.
coming in? Okay. Make sure everyone has a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So it looks like there's a lot of responses that are pretty close, but high-risk tools is, exfiltration is the most common answer. So not surprising that most security teams have zero visibility in their AI agent footprint. The average organization has thousands of AI agents, and most are never approved by IT. Now in this demo, you'll see actually these 4 risk scenarios from the poll question. So Gal and Liron, take it away.
Cool. Next slide, please. So before we jump into the demo, let's map the environment as everyone see the environment. So you have the on-prem, when you have maybe you have some agents in your on-prem devices, and you have like tools like firewall and EDR and IAM tools that help you to protect against like agents in the on-prem. Then you have all the self-hosted cloud environment like AWS, GCP, and Azure. When you run agent in your network, in your enterprise cloud, and you have like solution like CSPM and CNAP. And then you have everything outside perimeter. What started with like, SSPM, SaaS security, become larger because agents built in SaaS, agents built on Glean, ChatGPT, Make, Copilot, and everything is SaaS. And enterprises are shifting from the on-prem and self-hosted perimeters to the SaaS, to outside the perimeter, because it's much faster and better, especially when models become outdated after 100 days. Just last week, GPT 4.0 are outdated, and we see it more and more that agents and AI moving fast and accelerating, and the only way to adopt AI and agents and keep up is to consume it via those SaaS solution like Claude and Cursor and ChatGPT, which running on SaaS. And this expand your exposure and make this perimeter bigger and bigger on behalf of the traditional perimeters. Next slide. And when we talk about an AI agent security, and when we map all the elements of agents, so we have kind of 10 steps. We first need to start from the visibility and the agent registry. We need to identify all the agents that we have, discover them, and also discover who are the owners of the agents, like who built the agents and who is the employee in the enterprise that are responsible for this agent. Then after we map the agent and the owner, we need to see how we authenticate to the agent, like how the agent authenticate, what is the identity provider, how do you get access into this agent? And this is important because we'll see soon that every agent become a crown jewel, and every agent can expose you to a larger risk than what you have in a traditional perimeter. And also each agent can connect and integrate to other SaaS solutions and data planes. And then you need to map the authorization and the roles and policies that the agent has access to and what are the resources that the agent can use. This is step number 4. And after we map the authentication authorization, we need to get it to have an oversight and approval for the owner, like getting approve the agent, and then we need to run like a kind of a classic life cycle management of the credentials of the agent, and monitor all the events of the agent from both sides. A lot of agents are mimic and delegate the user permission and the user identity like the human. And this is why it's important to monitor the events from the agent side, but also from the third-party solution it connected. So for example, when you have an SDR agent, and this SDR agent can connect, the next slide, please. And this SDR agent connect to your Salesforce, to your knowledge base in Drive, to your HubSpot, to Jira for ticketing, to SharePoint and to Zoom. And this agent become a crown jewel because an access to this agent is an access to all those application by design. And this is why it's important to monitor every agent behavior across all SaaS apps, and from the agent side, but also from the SaaS side and the data plane side. And a one compromised AI agent give an attacker access to the data. So this is why now if you had like hundreds of crown jewels, now we have millions of crown jewels, and each agent become the door to those solutions. And Liron, you can now let's see it in the demo.
Great, thanks, Gal. So now we're going to show you our inventory of agents. So we have it under AI governance, where we have many different features regarding AI, like AI discovery, where we show you all the Gen AI apps connected to your SaaS environment, connected AI apps, where we show you all the scopes that they have to your SaaS application, which one can have read access, write access, etc. We also have an inventory of all the models being used, and also posture checks, where we analyze all the risks that we found and show you how to remediate them. And now we are going to focus on the AI agents inventory. So here you can see all the agents that will be discovered in your environment, any risk analysis that we've done for them, which one are high, medium, low, and we have just the inventory. So for each agent, we collect a lot of data. For example, for just this one, we have the name, Zoom recording to Notion, description of it, so what does it do, We can tell you from which instance did it came, what kind of visibility does it have. For example, this is only invite, the tools, web browsing, code interpreter, etc. And we can see the AI model is user-defined in ChatGPT. We can see who's the owner, and we can also see all the accounts connected to it, any kind of knowledge that he has, any kind of files or website that he can access, and also all the connections. So in these agents, we can see that he has connection to Notion, where he can create pages, and also to Zoom, where he can get recordings. So what this agent does, it gets recording from Zoom. You can see it pretty clearly from the overview, and gets the transcripts and push the summaries into Notion, okay? And here you can see the risks. So the bottom line risk that we found is sensitive data exfiltration risk. So this agent is taking, has tools like code execution or web browsing, but also handling sensitive data, which may cause data leakage. So our recommendation is to remove any tools that is not being used, isn't needed for the agent behavior. So web browsing and code interpreter isn't needed here. But this overview doesn't give us the full picture like Gal just showed about the toxic combination and having every agent is like a crown jewel. So if we go to our graph, we see the inventory, but now we really highlight the connections of the agents to the SaaS applications, okay? So we can see here that we have ChatGPT, all the agents that we have in ChatGPT are aggregated here, and all the connections that they have to Zoom, Notion, Slack, GitHub, etc., and also all the agents that we have in Microsoft Copilot. And we can see here Notion that we saw before, and we can really dive deep into all the connections that we have into Notion. So here we can see Notion. We can see all the agents connected to it. We can see 3 of them. We can also see the agent that we just explored that is moving data from Zoom into Notion. But that doesn't give us the full picture because we have 2 other agents connected to Notion. In this case, we have an agent that also has visibility with Workspace. So anyone in the Workspace that has a link has an access to this agent. And we can see that this agent has high permissions to Notion. He can retrieve databases, he can list all the pages that he has, he can also do write permissions there. So that means that this agent isn't actually just connected to Notion, but is connected to all your conversations that you have in Zoom. So this is a toxic combination that you can see from this graph, that this agent is not just connected to Notion, but also access to other SaaS applications that you have. All of this information we're going to have in posture checks that give you this view from above and seeing the connections of the agent and not just looking at each one of them. That's the demo, and back to you guys.
Great, thank you so much. We did have some questions come in, and if you do have any questions for Gal and Liron on what you saw today, please feel free to just put it in the Q&A button on the bottom. But I want to field some of the questions that did come in because they are actually really, really good. The first question that came in is actually around discoverability within Reco. So how does Reco actually discover AI agents? Like what's the method? And then I guess the part 2 question that came in was, once we discover AI agents, how do we differentiate between if it's embedded AI versus a standalone tool like a ChatGPT? I don't know, Gal or Liron, if you want to take that one.
Yeah, so today we have more than 200 integrations, and we're agentless with an API approach, and any SaaS app today become like kind of an AI platform and an agentic solution. And we leverage those integrations to pull the agents from those SaaS solutions. And we add those agents to the graph as a new type of node. And those agents are integrated into the graph. And this is why when you see an agent, you see the full context of who is the owner, the SaaS to SaaS connections, the knowledge, and this help us to calculate the risk and also give you the full visibility. In terms of differentiate between the embedded AI agent versus standalone, so as part of our research, we have a RAG that run over the internet and scrapes the SaaS solutions, and check if there is capabilities like agents and embedded AI capabilities. And also from the APIs, we pull all the agents. So when we integrate to Make, to N8N, to Copilot, to Agentforce, there are APIs to list all the agents, pull them, and then we normalize them into the Reco graph.
Wonderful. Perfect. That's really well said. Question just came in, and I want to make sure we answer it. Do you have an air gap product? So I don't know if that's a term, Gal, that you're familiar with.
Yeah, no. So we are a SaaS solution.
Mm-hmm.
And we host in AWS in multiple regions.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have an air gap solution.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gal. And if you have additional questions, feel free to around that, feel free to put them in the chat. Here's another question that came in. So this person is from a small IT staff without a dedicated cybersecurity analyst. Can Reco be configured to send an alert or report be sent when new agents are discovered, negating need to actively monitor a dashboard? That's a great question.
Yes. So
Yes.
all the data pushed via webhooks and to Teams and so on, and you can get notification over email or Slack, and you don't need to go to the Reco dashboard if you have other dashboards like Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. And then, Liron, I don't know if you wanted to add anything.
Yeah, I agree with Gal. Like we just show here the inventory because it's more visual, but we do understand many customers want to consume it via webhooks, and they want to get alerted once stuff is risk is being analyzed and seen, and new agent is coming. So all of this will be supported.
Great, wonderful. This question, I think this will be a good one for you, Liron, that came in. So are you only grabbing agent visibility from configurations with other SaaS products?
So are you again, can you?
So are you grabbing agent visibility, so like discoverability,
Yeah.
from configurations with other SaaS products or SaaS apps?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're doing it. We're connecting to all the SaaS orchestrators and all the SaaS that has agents in them to get the visibility.
Okay, wonderful. Does Reco integrate? This is the next question. Does Reco integrate with Okta's new agent discovery capabilities? So Okta has a
part of the roadmap. It's a new capability. We already have an integration with Okta, a deep integration regarding identities, human and non-human. And as part of this module, Okta will be supported as well.
Okay, wonderful. So that's on the roadmap. That's a great question. Okay, another question came in. What can Reco do for MCP servers, external and homegrown? I don't know if Liron, if you want to take that one. What can we do for MCP servers?
Yes, so it's another inventory that is part of our roadmap. We also show for each of the agents, we show all the MCP connections that it has. And we also want to have an inventory of MCPs and also connect to other vendors that have MCPs inventory. So to enrich our data and show you visibility to MCPs.
Wonderful. Another question that came in. Do you have to integrate with a specific LLM provider, for example, Anthropic, in order to see these agentic connections?
Yeah. So we integrate not with specific LLM provider, we integrate with all the agentic orchestrator platforms. And we also have an integration with all the LLM providers like Anthropic, Gemini, and OpenAI. And we pull this information and connections from those integrations.
Is it the same on the customer side? Would they have to have a integration with a specific LLM provider like Anthropic to see the agentic connections? Or they probably wouldn't, right? Because they exist in any SaaS application, correct?
Yeah. So it
Okay.
can be any SaaS application, and also part of the orchestrator's stringent is the fact that you can choose any model. So once we integrated those orchestration platforms, we see all the models that you use. And also, like, for example, with our Cursor integration, we see all the models, including on-prem models and any model that developers decide to use as part of Cursor, as an example.
That is great. Next question. So this might be a good one for you, Liron. What's the roadmap for this feature that we talked about, AI agent security, and how does it align with SaaS security and AI trends from a tech, regulatory, and governance perspective? So what's the roadmap and how does this align with SaaS security and AI trends?
Yeah, so our roadmap regarding AI agent is to really give you a coverage like we've done for all the SaaS applications that we have right now. So we do the discovery, we give you an analysis, and then we give you a way to remediate it fast. We want to use our app factory to do it in scale. All the orchestrators, all the SaaS application where you create your own agents. So we'll give you coverage on all of it. And we also want to see the agents from the SaaS side as well, because Reco is connected to all your SaaS all your SaaS applications. We also want to see the agent from the SaaS itself, so we give you coverage from all perspectives. And we think that this is, like Gal showed, now people are really pushing into the SaaS, because if you want to use AI, you need to use SaaS, because this is where AI agent is really going to be implemented and being deployed. And this is really going to push our roadmap to give you this coverage.
Okay, wonderful. Another question came in. How does Reco integrate with all of my SaaS? This might be like, if you want to answer that one. How does Reco integrate with all of my SaaS?
So we are they said, an agentless approach with the API. We have an app factory that can add any integration in less than a week, and we add 2 to 3 every week. And it's not just the app factory. It's also the knowledge graph that normalize all the data into a unified schema. And based on this schema, we run all the aggregation and anomalies and discover the insights that you see in the platform.
Great, thank you. And as an audience, you've all asked just such great, insightful questions, and we can stay on as long as you have additional questions. So feel free to put them in the chat. I did want to give Liron a chance to talk about how you, as either you're a prospect or a customer, how you can interact with AI agent security. So I don't know if Liron, if you want to kind of walk through the design partner program and things like that you've in place.
Yeah. So this feature, we're working on it to develop it, and we are looking for design partners that want to join to the team to really adopt this feature on its early stages, and where they know that they have risks regarding agents, they want to use our feature to get visibility and also help us improve our discovery, risk analysis capabilities, and also impact how we give it to our customers and how they can consume it. So if you guys are interested in it, please reach out to your customer success, and then you can really get into the part of the program. And we really hope to release it in the next month, so all of you guys can really enjoy this feature while we're still going to improve it in the next quarters, because things are moving really fast. It's not like a SSPM where everything is pretty. APIs are known. Each one of the vendors here has a different API. Each one of the platforms that we're going to use has a different use case, different risks. So we need to have teams that want to cooperate with us and help us give a better solution for all our customers.
Really well said. So this is a really exciting feature that we're very looking forward to adding to the product. Right now, we're in the design partner phase. We hope to release this next month to make it generally available. And if you're planning on going to RSA, we're going to be at RSA and we'll have a booth, and we'd love to meet you and, of course, like demo the product live and kind of walk through and customize it for your specific use cases. So if you do plan on going to RSA, just either talk to your CSM and they'll get you connected to the team who's actually going to be at RSA. If you're not a customer, you can just reach out to us at info@reco.ai. And that actually will come to me, and I'll kind of give you the information. But we really appreciate your time. This has been recorded, so what's going to happen is we're going to send out a follow-up email with a recording. Feel free to share it with your team, with your peers, and also you'll be on our distribution list so that when it does launch and it is live, we'll make sure that you know. But really appreciate all of you just being a really engaging audience and taking the time out of your day to learn about this really exciting feature. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.